The adult tail feathers instead of the juvenile tail feathers, and of course why it's called a red-tailed hawk. It's more of a ferruginous color than a red tail. That's when a bird has his mouth open like that, he's usually perspiring, because birds don't have any way of sweating like you and I do. They perspire through their mouth, and if they're swallowing something, that hole allows them to swallow something whole and still be able to breathe through their mouth if they need to. They do have nostrils up above their beak, but they also have barbs on their tongue, and you'll be able to see that in just a second. The barbs on their tongue are when all of you have sliced up meat, right? And you know how slippery it can be if you're cutting raw meat. Well, they're tearing up raw things, dead animals, but they're fresh. And so when they don't have teeth or they don't have hands to feed themselves, so they just tear a piece off, and then the little barbs on their tongue help them grip that meat. They just kind of throw their head back and throw it down their throat. Hopefully, we banded one 2 years ago right here in this field, and one of our future scientists just found it dead a year and a half later as an adult over on that same, just within a half mile of where it was banded. So it lived long enough to breed once, and then something happened to it. We just found it in a totally decomposed state, but the band was readable, and so we, at least know about that bird. So that was one we banded here at Hawkwatch. So females are about a third bigger. It's like a human being, except it's reversed. The males are bigger than humans, and it's reversed to the female.
Gotta be a little tough if you don't have.
The females weigh quite a bit more. I mean, you can almost feel when you hold them. Well, there's speculation that because they lay the eggs and they have to sit on the nest for a month or more, that just makes it easier because they're a bigger bird. They can absorb more of their energy. The male brings most of the food during the whole incubation period and during the early stages when there's small young. So he tends to catch smaller prey than the female. So when the young are really big and they're bringing a lot of food in, then they've got two different sized birds, and the female can catch larger prey and he can catch smaller prey. So there's some thought that allows for a more diverse amount of prey. The males typically are a little faster, a little more agile. This is a red-tailed hawk, and it's a juvenile. Remember I told you this is the brown tail with the stripes on it, and when he's an adult, he'll have what color? Red tail. That's right. And this is a little male because he's small. He's not a big bird. His legs aren't very big, and his feet aren't very big. Even though they've got sharp talons, he can kill things with them, but he's not as big as a female. So this guy is a second year. He was born last spring. And this coming summer, he'll get all his tail feathers will get to be red. He's not going to hurt you with it. Feathers. What do you think he eats?
Mice.
Mice, that's right. Mostly mice. This is our candac. We keep the birds in here to keep them calm so that when they're being transported, they don't get too excited about anything. And we hold them by the legs because that's the strongest part of their body, and they can't hurt themselves. And they can't hurt me because this is the killing end of the bird. It won't hurt him that way. Okay, we're going to take him out in front of the car so he's got a big landscape behind him, and we'll release him out there.
Why does it?
I'm going to toss the bird straight up in the air, right over the top of you guys. Okay? On 3. So you guys will be ready, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Bye-bye, beautiful.
She says, okay, and now picture taking.
Okay, is everybody ready?
She wants to take a
Yeah,
picture.
we're ready.
Are you ready? Okay, look at me.
Okay, what I'm going to do on 3 is just push the bird straight up in the air.
Okay.
So if you're ready.
Hang on. I guess I'm done. No more film.
Run out of film?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.